The winter break is over, guys. We're going to be back to the twists and the turns and being confused, and I am just so elated.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Welcome back, guys. This is How to Get Away with Murder, Season 2, Episode 10. Okay, so we're going right in. Remember, Wes shot Annalise. And the only ones that were actually in the room at the time, it was Laurel and Wes. Laurel, after they hear the gunshot, they come back in. Laurel actually took the gun and stuff off of Wes. She got the gun, and she allowed Michaela to believe that she actually shot Annalise. She just kind of took that whole thing. And basically 2 weeks later, we come in. Wes is running around feeling guilty about shooting Annalise in the whole 9 yards, because remember, he wanted to kill her. He was trying to kill her. He shot to kill. You know, he's all pissed off about the whole Rebecca thing. So we actually see Bonnie bringing Annalise home from the hospital and all of that. She's in the house and she's taking pills. She's literally taking Vicodin and all of this kind of carrying on. But we see her, she's in there, she's going through her little thing, you know, she has no alcohol in the house and all that. They went through all that with her. Next thing you know, there's this really weird thing go on. This woman is outside banging on the door. Annalise goes up to the door. The woman speaks with a little bit of a Haitian type of accent. And she was saying, you know, I seen you on the news, you know, and you got shot and you survived. And she's saying, I'm not good for my boy. I'm not good for him. He needs you. And she hands Annalise this baby. It's a baby, an infant. And she's saying, you know, you take care of him. You take care of him. And she's walking off leaving, and Annalise is like, no, I can't. Wait a minute, hold it. And she runs off and she leaves. Basically, Annalise was actually hallucinating this. She's on Vicodin. She's all fucked up on Vicodin, and she's hallucinating this. Bonnie kind of picks up on the fact that she's hallucinating and all of that. So she's supposed to go to court to testify against Catherine. She can't do it. So, you know, because she's all fucked up. So they do a type statement from Annalise. They take that in. And we have all the, and I'm actually running through it because this went on for the whole episode, guys. They take her, we go to court. They didn't accept it. The judge didn't want to accept that. They were like, no, we're going to postpone or something because you need Annalise in here to stand. Well, and the whole time, Laurel had actually been meeting with Annalise and everything because she was getting better at this time. She's getting better. She's been meeting with Laurel. She basically kind of has Laurel looking after Wes. Not saying exactly why to Laurel, but has her, you know, she wanted to know, why did Laurel take the heat for Wes with the shooting of Annalise with the other people, where she was saying that Wes didn't need anything else. So she kind of trusts her to stay on top of him. So that's going on. Laurel snuck out and called Annalise when the judge turned down the prepared statement, and Annalise actually came on down and brought her little cell phone into court. Meanwhile, also don't forget, Annalise actually told, because she questioned Annalise about the Rebecca story. She said, was it true? She said, no, I just told Wes that just to provoke him and to make him shoot me. And I don't think Laurel actually believes that. But anyway, so at that point, they had, by the time we got to all this, Laurel had worked with Wes. They got Wes to come back outside because he was like literally staying like a hermit in the house. He was contemplating suicide and everything like that. Barney had ended up getting Nate to come and see Annalise. All of these little things had actually gone on in this preparation time getting up to the court date. Annalise won't open up to Nate because Nate's saying, I want to know what makes you tick, what has you where you are, why are you this crazy bitch that you are. He wants to know, he wants to be close. She won't open up to him. Okay, so while they're in court, Annalise ends up showing up, and she does go ahead and takes the stand. She's going back and forth because, the Vicodin, she's like going in and out of the hallucinations, still this thing with this baby and everything. Child, Caleb is pissed because right before the court hearing started, we run into Caleb, and Michaela's like, trying to get him to forgive her and this, that, thing, and the other for not keeping her word. Caleb was pissed and told them, y'all are all the devil. Anyhow, so Annalise is on the stand. She's kind of going in and out, and she's bleeding and carrying on, but she's there. And she ends up fucking up with that high shit. Because she starts talking like she doesn't know what she's saying, this, that, thing, and the other about Catherine, and on and on and on and on and on. And it looks like Annalise, she did some breach by telling some information that was only between her and the client that she wasn't supposed to say. So they end up they have it all twisted up and having it kind of thrown out. So she kind of, it's like, it's thrown out. It looks good for Catherine, not for Annalise. Then you see Annalise in the car with Caleb. It's one of her damn smooth moves. She flipped it and ended up getting Caleb to talk Catherine into saying that she was drugged by Philip. And she did actually shoot Annalise, but she was drugged by Philip, and she didn't really remember shooting Annalise, but there's some things that make her remember that she actually did do it. Just a mess. So again, we thought Annalise was really about to screw up the case, but she didn't. She didn't screw it up. She just flipped it. She flipped it and put the blame over there on that goddamn Philip, like she always does. I think she actually was fucking up, but she just figured out a way to to make it work. Because that's Annalise. That's how she does things. So we go on, and the last thing that we really did find out in this episode, Laurel feels really, really bad about the fact that they weren't there for Asher. They think that, because remember back before we went on break, and they made a point to say nobody even called Asher. Boy's dad done died, and nobody even called him. Asher's been running around this whole episode. He done convinced himself that somebody killed his father. Not that his father committed suicide, that somebody done killed him. So anyway, Laurel's kind of saying, it's kind of our fault because none of us reached out to him. If we had reached out to him, he probably would have been with us, and he would have never been there to run the damn DA over and all that stuff. Mess. Anyway. So, okay. Then we got a flashback. With the woman that we saw with the baby when Annalise was having these hallucinations, that was Wes's mother. Okay? Wes, actually, after having some time to talk with Laurel and that, he ended up going to the house at one point. He was looking around the house at Annalise's house and everything, and looking for stuff and Christoph and all that. Couldn't find anything. He and her had a little conversation, and basically come out to find out, yes, Annalise does know his mother. But Annalise wouldn't tell him anything. She wouldn't explain anything to him about it. She basically put him out. She put him out. She wouldn't explain anything to him. He got very, very upset and started crying. And, he left. He left out. And then we start seeing flashback where 10 years prior, Annalise was pregnant. She was pregnant, and she met him and his mother. She met his mother. They were out in a playground, like in a school playground, and they met. And Annalise was pregnant. Where the fuck did that baby go? Where'd that baby go? And I said, oh, here we go with another twist or turn. So once he left, then she goes and she's hollering for him. I guess she decided maybe she was going to tell him. Too late. Wes was already gone. So she ends up going downstairs and you hear her, this baby crying. And here she's still back and forth with the drugs in her system. She's hallucinating again. And the last thing we see, she's down there walking around in a circle with this baby. Something going on. Where'd that baby go, Annalise? Where did that baby go? So that's kind of what they left us with. Her ass is still hallucinating, carrying on, but we know that she was pregnant at some point. That wasn't a hallucination. Her ass was pregnant 10 years prior when Wes was about 7 or 8 years old, right before his mother died. That bitch was pregnant, and I'm going to need to know where that goddamn baby went. So, that's it. That's all that they had for us this time on How to Get Away with Murder. But I'm dead back in, honey, and it's all twisted, and yeah, just like we like it. I can't wait to figure out where her baby went. She was good and pregnant. I need to know where her baby went. And then, better yet, who was she pregnant by? Anyway, all right, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know how that works, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.